And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. So today we are going to be reviewing Tulsa King Season 2. I have Don Jedi Master Tuck here with me from Multiverse of Geekdom. He was here with me for Cobra Kai. So now here we are reviewing Sylvester Stallone's show, Tulsa King. So let's go ahead. Let's break it down. And hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you today?
I'm
How are
doing
you?
fantastic.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love to hear it. Can we just say, first of all, Taylor Sheridan is probably the greatest TV writer of all time, like at this point.
I agree. I love the writing for Tulsa King. I love Tulsa King Season 1, which I did a review on last year. And I just think the writing just keeps on getting better and better. Yellowstone, yeah. Also,
I mean, he's just 1920 or 1888 was freaking good. 1923 was good. And he's getting these huge actors to be in these shows, man. I mean, he's getting big names to play these parts, and they're just killing it. They're just killing it. I mean, in this show too. I mean, yeah, this one's a little more funnier, a little more less serious than the other ones. But damn, Sylvester Stallone is just having fun, man. He is just having so much fun in this show. It's great.
exactly, because we didn't think that years ago, right, that we would actually get big star names like Stallone, like this big action star, to be in a smaller TV series and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Because at that time, actors didn't want to be just actors in movies, not something on TV. And now it's where every actor wants to be on TV now because TV has changed the way that it used to be back in the day with the writing and the direction and stuff, you know?
sure. Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I just think that Tulsa King is hands down one of my other
Wow.
favorite shows on Paramount Plus right now. I love where it's going. I love the fact that you actually have a lot more of a danger element in this compared to the
Yeah.
first season, because this season it seems like anybody could go at any time.
Oh yeah, and him going toe to toe with this like billionaire, is just fun. It's just fun to watch, and there's just so many good elements to this show. The driver's great. What is his name?
Tyson.
Tyson. He's freaking amazing. I love him. All the dudes, the main dude that runs the freaking weed shop is hilarious. I love that guy. He's just like completely like, what is going on? Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing any of this? Like, this is insane.
And then
And
he
him
was
with the
even
wind
wanting
farm
to.
thing, and like, oh my god, I love this season. It was so good. It was so
It
fun.
was, and not only that, but Brody was always the one who was like, "Look, I want to get out of this thing. I don't want to do this anymore." And Tyson had to kind of like talk to me. He's, "Look, you're already all the way in this, so you have to see this through now."
At this point, yeah, there's nothing you can do. After the first season, you're in. Like, you can't get out now. Like, there's no leaving.
Exactly, especially with Tyson getting his dad that car. Like,
Yeah,
remember whenever
yeah,
he asked the wife, "Hey man, can I go on ahead and buy this for my dad because I want to give him something nice?" And then then it's like all of a sudden his car winds up blowing up,
yeah,
and the target was actually Tyson because he works Manfredi,
yeah,
and you had that scene happen. That's how I was like, okay, anybody can go this season. Cards
yeah.
are off the
Oh yeah,
table.
oh yeah. No, I agree, 100%.
But Thatcher to me was the big threat in the season. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, definitely. You have to say he is. Yeah, for sure.
because here's the thing. Yeah, Bill's a kind of a threat in a sense, but you also have Thrasher who has the money to back himself up.
Right.
Not saying that Bill doesn't, but Bill just doesn't like the fact that Manfredi's having all these territories and having success over his own business.
Yeah.
Dasher's just being an asshole because he doesn't want Manfredi to get any kind of money or anything like that either. Even though Manfredi wants to be partners with him
Yeah.
and get some funding from him. But I definitely like the fact that you have this conflict within the two other people. So you're like, okay, how is this gonna go for the season?
Yeah. Oh, it definitely brings a lot of like, it's almost like a love triangle, but it's like a freaking crazy like business triangle almost that's happening. Because And dude, I'll tell you what, the one standout in this season too, even though he's a little crazy, is the son, the one that takes over as the mob boss.
Oh yeah, Chicky.
Dude, he is so good just playing like this dude that's like losing it because he killed his father and is now at this point like trying to figure everything out. Those are some of the best scenes in this season. Them cutting back to like the whole family thing and him making the deal with the other family that's in Tulsa or around Tulsa. Those are some of the best stuff that's happening in this season for me, man, because there's just so much tension and to me is more like he's still his boss. So him going against him is gonna there's gonna be some repercussions for that. So
right, exactly.
So much stuff.
Because remember, they keeps on going back and forth with New York, right?
Yes.
So I like how the other guy is trying to undercut Chicky. It's like, look, I don't want him to be part of this anymore or anything like that. So therefore, all the old school types are like, well, do you want to whack him? What do you want to do? He goes, no, I want to just remove him.
Yeah.
And from the whole entire deal.
But the other two guys are like, or at least the one dude is like, yeah, I think he killed his dad, and I don't think we should be loyal to him. Like, he's not like falling in line at all. He's making deals behind his back or trying to. Like,
that's what I'm trying to say. I like that whole entire aspect of like I have more respect for that guy than I do Chicky because you can't trust Chicky at all. He's a loose cannon.
And he's loyal to his father, which makes sense.
Right. And at least with him, you have a lot more common ground with Dwight and everything to where maybe Dwight can do business with him versus Chicky.
Yep. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Especially remember that one scene where Chicky gets searched over at the airport because of the fact that they found a gun inside his a gun on him.
Yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Yep. Yeah. That dude, yeah, that was a good scene though. That was a good scene too.
Man. Because even he's like, what the fuck? You brought a gun into the airport and now
what do you think's gonna happen? Yeah.
So now it left Chicky having to stay home and him having to go ahead and do the whole entire sit down with Thrasher, with Bill, and with, of course, with Dwight. So it led him to have to make this business decision without Chicky.
And that's what I think. I think that I think Chicky's going to go. I think that's what.
Well, remember, Chicky did go.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying I knew that was happening. Like there was no way he was getting out of this season. That's what I mean. Like there was no way he because he just went too far and he made it so obvious what he did. So it was the easy call. It was the obvious easy call at that point.
Right, because it's like, look, we can't trust him. He's a loose cannon everywhere. He's pissing off a lot of people. And then he just wants to kill Dwight the whole entire time. And I like how
and I don't think see, here's the other part of it too, is because he's loyal to his dad. If his dad wanted Dwight dead, he would have killed him in that first scene when he walks into the to the dining room and the dad's sitting there and he's like, no, I'm just sending you to Tulsa. Like he just wanted to get rid of him. He just wanted to make money for him somewhere else and out of the picture. He didn't want him dead. So this is also, I think, in a way, paying respect to the father in that sense too, being like,
exactly,
we have your back, like we have your wishes in mind. So yeah, it was so obvious at that point he was done. He was definitely done.
But it was just like, is this going to stretch out until third season? When I was watching it, I'm like, is this going to stretch out even further? But how is he going to go if they are going to whack and stuff, because he even goes up
I
to
think
Bill.
Also they had to do it in this season just because there's so much coming now from what we've, what's happening. So there was no reason to leave it open. I don't think. Do you know what I mean?
Right. They don't want to stretch the beef between Dwight and Chicky any further than they have to.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. I don't think, just because it would be an end you have to tie up in the first couple episodes instead of telling the story you want to tell now from where we're at with, everything. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Because, I mean, you think like in Yellowstone when, all the stuff was happening in the one season where Pam her building got blew up and all that stuff, and they ended it that way. And then they picked it up there. They seemed like they wanted to finish the story they were telling and let's move on. Like now we're ready to go. Because
Right. I'm glad that
there's still so many questions right now. Like so many questions.
well, here's the thing. I'm glad that they got away from the whole ATF thing, like in
Yeah.
from the first season, and he had to represent himself in court, and then it goes
Great
into
scene too, man. Him having he's having so much fun.
Stallone is fantastic in this. He
Yes.
knows the assignment that he's assigned for this role, and I just love how he goes into this courtroom and he just dominates the whole entire deal.
Yeah.
And no one's expecting him to win. Even Tina's like, Dad, what are you doing? He goes, don't worry, I got this. I've been spending enough time in the courtrooms to know how to talk and know the lingo behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's great, man. That's the one thing about this show that I think keeps it going, or not keeps it going, but is just so strong is him. He's just good at this character. He's got this character down, man. Like he's nailing it every time. It's just so much fun watching him play this character because, like you said, he's having fun. He's having so much fun, man.
This is actually the role that Stallone is made for this Italian, for this mafioso kind of character and stuff too. It's like it's kind of a setback from the action, and yeah, there's action in this, but it's like a step back from it and just letting him do what he does. Yeah. I love it.
I just love also that he could easily, so easily just go straight at this point. And he just can't, like his mind, like whatever's in him just keeps pulling him back. He's just like, I can't, like I just can't do it.
Because that's all he knows.
Yeah. I just can't. Like I'm trying, but I can't.
Because think of it like this, he could go legit because he has the weed shop, he has all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And then even when he goes into prison, he finds out a way to actually rip off the windmills and stuff like that too, which he tries to make a deal with the Indians at that time.
And right after that, when he's telling them about that at the bar, he's telling them his whole plan with the windmills, and he talked to the guy in prison, and they're like, "So we're going legit now?" And he's like, no.
No, it's kind of like in between.
Yeah, I just love it. He's just like, nah, but it's an idea,
right? But there was also that other thing too that I liked though was, I know we talked about Chicky, but I like how Chicky's always going back over to Bill because he thinks that Bill will be the one that he can go to because Bill has the bigger beef with Manfredi. All Manfredi is doing is just trespassing on what is Bill's business, and thinks that. And I like how they're over there at the sit down at the meeting with the other mob boss from New York and everything, and him and Thrasher kind of meet halfway with things, and then Bill is like, "Well, what do I get?" He goes, "You get the milkshakes," and I definitely like how they did that business aspect of it. Yeah. But the other funny thing to me was, you can do business with Thrasher in a certain sense, but with Bill, it's like, you want a little bit too much.
Yeah. Also, I just feel like that dude, that's the one character I'm a little, he's definitely the biggest threat, Thrasher, but I just feel like he would not be able to get away with some of the stuff he says to like a real New York mob boss. Like some of the stuff he says to Chicky, it's just like, dude, you would be dead in like 3 minutes. Like they would just kill you in the middle of the night, and you would never fucking be.
Well, remember what Dwight does? He winds up taking a gun to Thrasher's head.
Yeah.
And he said, "I just wanted to tell you that in like 3 seconds, your life could change."
Yes.
Within those 3 seconds from me telling you everything. He goes, "Look, I took care of Ming for you. You're welcome, by the way. I did this for you. Yep. You should be thanking me on your knees right now."
Yep. Because he's an old school gangster. He's a real old school gangster. Chicky is the son of a gangster. Not that he's not, but you know what I mean. Like,
right.
It's different. It's just different.
But what did you think of the whole entire thing with Ming blowing up the car? And it was him the whole entire time, and everybody's going after this war.
I didn't see that coming. I did not see that. I'll be honest. Yeah, that threw me. I was like, oh, wow, that's a bold move for him. That was a bold move for him. But I like it. I like it.
Because I knew as soon as he gave the car over to his father, Tyson gave the car over to his father, I'm like, okay, he's about to get whacked.
See, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't see that coming. I mean, I figured something might happen, but I didn't think they'd do that.
I knew he was going to get whacked, but I didn't think they were going to blow up the car.
Right. That's okay. Gotcha.
But I knew that they were following Tyson a couple of days and stuff like that too.
No, I remember that. Yeah, for sure. But
But
I thought they
then
were just trying to get information more than anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just keep an eye
no.
on them more than anything. Yeah. See, I just didn't put that together at the time. Yeah.
I was like, no, because they want to go after Manfredi, and Manfredi is the big threat, and so therefore Ming wanted to whack Manfredi.
Yeah. No, it
Ming
does
is
make
also
sense
another
for
loose
sure.
cannon.
Yeah, it does make sense. I agree with that.
But did you think that the whole thing with Ming being killed off in the season was a little rushed?
Well, maybe. I don't know if it was rushed. I just think he's not the biggest threat, so it makes sense that he goes away, right? You know what I mean? Like, he's not really he wasn't the biggest threat at the moment.
I
So
felt like he was in a sense because Ming wanted to take over Thrasher's business, and then it was going to move over to Dwight. Then before you know it, he's going to move over to Bill. So
yeah,
therefore, there wouldn't be anybody else as far as that goes. So I felt like he was a big threat. But usually they would kill him
I
off
just mean
at the
story
very end
wise.
of
I
it.
just feel like it makes sense that he goes over everybody else at this moment. That's all I mean. Again,
Right.
he it's not that he wasn't like, he wasn't a threat. I just think he wasn't the biggest threat to everybody in the show, in the story. I guess maybe that's kind of what I was
Okay.
thinking. Yeah.
I gotcha. But I just like the whole entire shootout at
It
the
would be like
ranch.
killing the big bad in the first in the second act. Do you know what I mean? And then you're
Right.
like, oh, I have the second in charge. It kind of not second, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it more.
I gotcha. But you know what though? I do like the shootout at the ranch.
Dude.
Like he got the Indians on his side. He's got let's see, Thrasher on his side. Not only does he have Thrasher, but he also has Bill on his side at that point. And they
I
wind up
was
executing
waiting.
everybody.
I was waiting because let me tell you, yes, freaking action and so much fun. So much fun this scene. Yeah, for sure, dude. Like, and what the hell is she going to like? She is not happy. She is not
No.
happy.
But at the same
Oh my
time, though,
God.
Dwight already told her, look, this is who I am.
Yeah, he has. He definitely
But
has.
at the same time, though, it's like I didn't want shooting at my ranch
Right.
and be this close to home for me.
Oh,
Especially when
so
she pulls up a bullet out of her, takes a bullet and picks it up out of the horse ranch. It's like, what the hell happened here?
yeah.
Yeah.
But that scene is so good, man. It's well choreographed too. I really like the way they shoot it. I
Same
really
here. I
did.
also loved when Tyson gets revenge on Ming.
Yes.
They bring him into the horse stable. They dig up a hole inside the stable itself.
Earned it.
And he goes, okay, kid, I'm going to go on ahead and give you your payback. This is what we do. Because remember, he was about to be a Christopher Montesanti. He was about to go after
Yeah.
Thrasher when it wasn't really him in the
Yep.
first place. And I love that line where Dwight is basically telling him, look, kid, if you go on ahead and do this now, there's no coming back from it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be the same
Well, and he's
person
been
that you
telling
were.
him that. He's like, look, dude, like, you need to really understand what you're in. Like, he's told him that a few times before. Like, you really need to know, like, this is the life. Like, if you're with me, you're with me. And we kind of see it in that one scene, like you were talking about earlier, when he has to pull what's his name aside in the weed shop, and he's like, dude,
Right.
like, what the fuck?
Brody,
So
yeah.
like, he gets it, but are you actually, you can say it, but are you willing to do it? Like, that's the difference in that moment. Yeah, for sure.
Right. There's a such thing as being like doing it and just saying it.
Yes.
Because you have to be a doer, not just a sayer.
Right. Yep.
And the thing that I loved about that scene where they whack Ming is he winds up taking the hatchet and hitting him over the head with it, and then he goes into the hole.
Dude,
And
so crazy. It's so crazy. I love
and then
it.
remember I felt bad for the father. I felt
Of course.
of Tyson's and stuff like that. He didn't ask to get blown up or anything like that. He was just an
Yeah,
innocent
he had nothing to
bystander.
do with it. If anything, he was trying to get his son out of all of this stuff. So he knew what was going on. He's not an idiot. The dad wasn't dumb.
No, but I do love the love that Tyson's father has for him.
Yeah.
I definitely love
He was
that.
a good character. I mean, we didn't get to see him much, but he was a good character for when he was in the show, I think. I think he played a good part.
Most definitely.
Yeah. It really, you really feel it when he dies. It's not just like a character I've already seen a couple times dies. No, you feel it. You feel it.
Right. You feel the impact where the car, it could, like, oh my God, he could die. Like Tyson's father almost died here. And then we find out, okay, good. He didn't get all the way inside the car, so
Right,
therefore
but
he's still alive.
you think he
Right.
did. You
Right.
think he did. Yeah.
Because
No,
I'm like,
it's impactful for sure. Because I'm just like I said, I didn't see it coming, so I'm just sitting there like, what the? He's dead. Like he's gone. Like holy crap! Like
it
yeah, it
definitely
was
sets the
crazy.
tone for the season. Like anybody
Yeah,
can go because even whenever some other guy gets shot in the show too,
yeah,
he's gone. And then that's whenever the Indians is like, hey, look, we want retaliation for this. So whenever you find out who did this,
man.
I want you to go on ahead and bring it to the table.
There's so much, man. So much. I love this show. It's crazy how he can weave all these storylines together like this, and it makes sense. Like it all makes sense.
Because you're
But
wondering
there's
where it's
so much
going whenever we
Yeah,
right, because we're wondering how is this going to connect with anything too, because that's how good the writing is.
yeah.
And it's like a wait and see game every single episode.
I also love you can tell that he spent a lot of time with Indians and stuff with that culture because they're in Yellowstone, they're in all of his shows, man, and he does them really well. It portrays them very well, I think.
Most
So
definitely, especially with the
I love the
culture.
way he
Yeah.
brings that into his shows. Yeah.
Uh what else did you want to bring up though as far as this goes?
Oh wow. I'm trying to think. Is there anything we didn't really? I mean, there's a lot we didn't touch on, but um,
Let's see. We also have the part where Chicky dies, where the whole entire whacking happens.
well, yeah. Okay.
Because I
Go
didn't
ahead.
expect
No, go
Bill
ahead.
to
Yeah.
kill him.
Huh?
I didn't expect Bill to kill Chicky.
Oh, I thought that. Yeah, I thought that was definitely. That makes sense. In that moment, yeah, for sure. Like
Because
screw this.
remember, Chicky's in the bar. Bill
Yeah.
comes in. And remember, Bill wants to do 50-50, not 50-50, but he wants to have a big portion of the thing with Dwight. I think it is 50-50 though.
Yeah, I think
And
he
Dwight
said
tells him to
50-50
go and
at
fuck
one
himself.
point. Yeah.
And so he kills Chicky. He goes, I want 50-50. He goes, okay, done. No questions asked.
Yeah. I mean, he gets what he wants. He gets what he wants in that moment. I mean, I think that's how I say I think it makes sense because, like you said, he's asking for it, and Dwight's like, "Fuck you," and then he walks in and just straight kills Chicky in front. Like, yeah, he's like, "Fuck, all right." I mean, all right, I guess. Like,
Because
yeah,
remember, Dwight's like, you didn't do anything for me. All right.
that's a
And
big move
so,
too. You got to
yeah,
think that's a big move to just do that right in front. Like, like I said, I don't know. I thought it made sense. I definitely thought Dwight was going to do it, but I thought that made sense too that Bill did it. I didn't see that as like out crazy.
because Bill knows that Dwight has all these businesses.
Plus, he's got to prove himself, doesn't he, in that moment? Because Bill's been kind of off and on all season.
Right. So he has to prove himself to Manfredi because remember, Manfredi goes, I don't know you a fucking thing.
Yep.
So now he found a way to prove himself to Dwight.
And
So he gets rid of
it, man. Like he's just been losing it all season, it feels like. So yeah.
But I definitely like that.
The
and then of course
too, right? Bill was the one, yeah, the divorce.
Well, no, that's
oh no, that's okay. I'm thinking that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
No. That's actually gonna be what's his name?
He's funny too. That guy's
yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Great. He's great. No, I forgot it was the other guy. Yeah, but but Bill too is just
Armand is what you think is the character you're thinking of.
Yes. But Bill also is he's been losing it all season. I feel like so. But here's the thing. Yes, he's going to get 50-50, but do you really think Dwight's going to treat him like Dwight's going to push his ass out as soon as he can?
Yeah, this is just a temporary thing. It's like, yeah, you showed me loyalty, but at the end of the day, I have another business that I'm going to probably pick up on later on. Yep. So therefore, you're not going to get that percentage. You're only going to get the percentage that I promised you with the 50-50. You're not going to get every business that I touch.
Yeah, because he's not killing Dwight. Like, that's not going to happen. So.
No. But I like how he takes over Thrasher's thing after Ming happens. He goes, you know what? Fuck it. I didn't like this place anyways. And Thrasher just walks off, and I'm like, is he really gonna be gone and just walk off like that and ride out into the sunset and just leave everything behind? But I'm like, he has no choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if he has a better move at this moment.
No.
He doesn't have a better move. I mean, maybe regroup in a few years and come back, but by that point, Dwight's going to be way too big.
He has more territory than anything after that.
Yeah, for sure.
But Armin, though, taking the 30K from Thrasher because Thrasher knew that he has him by the balls because he needs because he knew Armin needs money. He knows that he's going through a hard time, so therefore he at the moment of weakness he gives Armin 30K.
Absolutely. And Armin is, like I said, he's the other one that's going through some shit, and he is just making bad decision after bad decision. But he's a good guy. I still think he's a good guy, though. Like, do you know what I mean? He's trying to do the right thing. He's just fucking up. Like, he's just making, like, just fucking up, really, more than anything.
He's telling people the Dwight's businesses, where they're located.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Where Dwight is at. And if it wasn't for Armin, that whole entire mess with the Indians at that time with the whole deal wouldn't have happened, bro.
I agree.
But it's just a whole fuck up, though. Like, he's an alcoholic. He's going through a divorce and stuff like that too. And he also lost his job at the ranch because of the drinking.
Yeah, he's like an addict spiraling at this point. Like, that's just kind of how he's portraying it more than anything. I think it's just like an addict that's just spiraling out of control and just can't control himself. And he's doing a great job at playing it that way.
I do like Armin. Armin is probably
Armin's great. But he has a good heart. Again, like I said, he has a good heart. He's still a good person at the end of the day. He's just a fuck up.
We also talk about the fact that Manfredi moved into this little suburban neighborhood that has all these rules and regulations.
Oh my god!
And I like how Manfredi tells
the dude on the golf cart is so fucking great. Oh, I love this guy. This guy's so funny. Then he finds out who he is, and he's like, "I'm so sorry."
Look, Mr. Manfredi, don't worry about the door being opened anymore. Don't worry about the trash. I promised you everything will be okay. You don't have to worry about me anymore. But my other favorite line that Stallone says to him, Dwight says to him, is this. He goes, "You need to get in your little George Jetson car and leave."
Yes.
Every day it was like always something new. Mr. Manfredi, your trash doesn't need to be piled up the way it needs to be piled up. It needs to be where the lids are all the way down. Can you please not do that? Your door is open, Mr. Manfredi. Your door is not supposed to be open past a certain time, Mr. Manfredi. And I'm like, this guy again.
Oh, dude. I either thought he was going to get his ass whooped or that was going to happen. He was going to find out who he is, and he's just going to be like an ass kisser. And I was like, yep, that makes sense. Especially with the whole trial going and everything. He would have definitely saw that on the news at some point. So that
kind of reminds you of Cusimano from The Sopranos, where he finds out that Tony is actually a mob boss. Yeah, he goes out golfing and stuff like that. But when Tony winds up giving a pound of sugar to him and telling him, hey, look,
my God, yes.
I need you to hold on for this for me, just for a couple of days until I need it.
What do you say to that? What do you fucking say? You're just like, oh, sure, okay. Fucking, that's so great.
Right. But I do like the whole entire scene with Dwight and that little that dude though. And then they're buying the dealership from the cowboy.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, dude. That's a good plot too. That's a good story plot too. They did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Holy shit. Them stealing the fucking Cadillac converter and selling them back to him. I was like, that's so fucking great. That's so great.
And I like how they said, wait, so you're stealing from a guy that said that you were a thief, Tyson.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Pretty much. Yeah. No, it was, oh man, there's so much going on in this season. Damn, I forgot about the fucking car dealership for a minute.
And then they buy the car lot from him too.
Yeah.
So now they got the guy that was in the bar.
And I like how he's like, can you just stick around for like a little bit till we just, let's get it up and running. Just stick around for a little bit for us. And oh man, yeah. Oh wait, I want to see where that goes, dude. It's gonna be like Cobra Kai with Daniel owning the car dealership. I can just see Sylvester Stallone walking around and they're selling people cars randomly.
You put 2 bodies inside the trunk over there.
Exactly. Yes. I want that scene so bad.
But I think this is hands down the best seasons that we got.
Yeah, I think it is better than the first season, man. Yeah.
But you also have Dennis, who is also like a concierge to Manfredi, right?
I would say that. Yeah, I would say that's what he is. Yeah.
And I like even when Chicky tries to turn the tables on him, like, hey, look, we're going to send this guy over here to whack Manfredi. And you can have whatever territories that Manfredi has, and therefore all you have to do is kick up to us.
Right.
And I'm like, I told my wife this. I said, there's no way he's going to be disloyal to Dwight.
Yeah, I just don't feel like he would be disloyal. Yeah. He doesn't seem like that type.
And I like how they get Bigfoot.
Dude, that's one of the funniest. That's one of the best additions to the whole cast by far. He is so great. The way he's just so like soft spoken and chill, but just like straight.
But he's not afraid to put a bullet in you either.
Dude, oh, hell no, he's not. Hell no.
But I like it whenever he goes, Mr. Manfredi, yeah, you have a visitor, and we don't know who that visitor is.
Yeah.
So, and then we find out it's Armand that was there, and he's drunk. He's crying out to him, saying that he's sorry.
Yeah. I like Armand overall, but he's a fuck up, man. He is just that one person that just never gets it right. But I hope they turn him around at some point. I do hope he makes a turnaround at some point.
Well, remember though, whenever he goes back over to the ranch where Margaret is,
yeah,
he tells her, "Look, can I have my job back? I know I screwed up." He goes, "I'll go to AA meeting. I swear. Just let me have my job back. I need this."
Yeah.
Because but you have to show me that you go.
But I want to see it. You know, I want to see the turnaround for him. I just want to see what they do with him. So I hope it's a good thing. Yeah.
But going back to the whole entire deal where Dennis is supposedly supposed to turn on him, and then you find out, oh, they're going to try and whack him in his own club, and they wind up sending somebody over to whack him.
I just didn't think he was going to do it. I didn't think Dennis was going to do it at all.
I knew Dennis wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, no way. But
yeah. What did you think of the whole guest star of Jelly Roll being on there? And then with the whole, I definitely like how the weed shop looks in this too.
That was, oh my God. See, you bringing up stuff that I forgot. Dude, his interaction with Jelly Roll is one of the funniest things ever too. That is hilarious. What does he call him?
I forgot what he calls him, but he goes,
"Who's
his Jelly Roll? Who's his roll?"
I was laughing so hard. Just the way he interacts with people is so great. I love it sometimes. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Dude, yeah.
You're jellyfish, right?
Jellyfish. Yeah, something like that.
That's what he says. He goes, jellyfish, right? And then Jelly Roll goes, "You're close, Jelly Roll."
Yeah.
And he thought that everybody was just busting his balls. He's like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. I think he always thinks that. Like, I think he's just in a state of everybody's trying to fuck with me all the time.
Right. Because remember, he goes, "Who the fuck is Jelly Roll? Who is this guy?" Yeah. And then he goes, "Look, I'm going to go inside the recording studio and I'm going to record something." He goes, "Okay, I good luck." Like, he can't sing. Because he goes, "Hey, this looks like it's going to be fun." And next thing you know, when he finds out that Jelly Roll can really sing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great scene, man. It was a funny little scene. I liked it a lot, for sure. Just him interacting with people. I guess he's playing up the whole, like, he was in jail all these years and just missed, like, you know, everything kind of thing, which I like a lot. I just love that a lot. It's kind of like Johnny and Cobra Kai, where he's been around, but where the fuck is he really been? And how did he miss all this stuff? Like, it's kind of how he's playing it, which is funny.
My other favorite thing he says is, if I stopped eating every time someone tried to hurt me, I'd be a skeleton.
Yeah.
But I do like how Tina and him,
though, when you know his story and stuff, but yeah.
Right, but I also like how Tina and him are becoming that father and daughter relationship.
Yeah, and I like that she didn't just give up on him right away when he got in trouble again and had to go back, go to court and do all this stuff. I like that she didn't just walk away, because she could have easily just walked away at the beginning of the season.
Right.
So I do like that.
So let's talk about the season. Let's talk about the finale, though. Okay, so we get rid of Ming. We get rid of Thrasher.
Yep.
He makes the deal with Bill, like we mentioned. Yep. But now you have someone that's coming in the middle of the night, and it's the FBI, it might be CIA, but they come in and they get him out of bed.
Uh-huh.
And they said, hey, look, you're going to work for us now.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
Well, I think they might try to make him an FBI informant. Or it could be, do you think it might be not triads? What am I thinking of? The Mexican cartel.
Oh, MS-13? Something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's possible for sure. I don't think anything's impossible in this damn show at this point.
But I don't think. But I'm thinking it's more of the FBI though than anything.
Yeah,
else.
I don't know if it's going to be an agency, just because I feel like if it was, that they would have brought. It would have been her. I think she would have came. Do you know what I mean?
Well, she works for TSA. She doesn't work for the FBI.
But I feel like they would have brought her back because look, I don't know, man. Who would it be though? If it's not the ATF, who would it be? CIA maybe, but he doesn't know like international. CIA is more like international secrets, so like he doesn't know anything international. He just knows he's a criminal, like a regular.
Well, we
like,
know there could be more.
Well, that's fair. No, I mean that's fair. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I would think it would be more along like the ATF, DEA kind of lines if it was something like that.
True, but yeah,
maybe FBI though. FBI is possible for sure.
I'm thinking that they want him to be like an FBI informant.
Yeah,
working for them.
I just don't think he would. I just don't feel like he would do that.
I think he won't do it, but I think they would have to have something to where some leverage on him to do it. Yeah. But at the same time, though, he's going to figure out a way out of it. Though
it's going to have to be something on his daughter, I would think, right? Like they're going to have something on his daughter that they're going to like put her in jail for something stupid. You know, like they just made
blackmail
up
it. Like
yeah.
I could definitely see it going the route of like Sons of Anarchy with the ATF agent trying to pin something.
I never watched Sons of Anarchy, so I don't know.
You haven't? Okay. Well, there's actually a scene where the ATF agent tries to plant stuff on the club that's not true.
Okay.
So it could be going on that kind of level of trying to plant evidence on Manfredi to where they basically bend the knee to them to make him do what they want him to do.
Yeah. Again, possible for sure. I mean, I don't think it's impossible. So, yeah, absolutely, man. I just think it would have to be something like that, or with his daughter. I don't think there's really anybody else that. I mean, maybe the driver. Maybe he would be big enough for him to be like, you know, we're gonna put his ass away if you don't. But
I don't see that. Tyson's like low level.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just don't think there's anything they could get big enough on him to where Manfredi would be like, I'm scared of it.
Well, here's the thing, though, too. Who's to say that it couldn't be anything about New York?
What if they want him to take down them for with
right?
Yeah, that's a possibility for sure.
Because I don't think it's anything to do with. I wouldn't be surprised if it's nothing to do with Tulsa. It has to be something to do with New York. Okay. Or to be something massive. Yeah. I didn't finish the series yet. Oh well, Sam. When you get a chance to finish the series and everything, go on ahead and come back.
Rewatch. Yeah.
Was the end good? Yes, the end was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. But dude, we're spoiling this, by the way. So if you haven't seen this, watch it all the way through. Come back over here, comment, and I'll geek out with you and have a conversation with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
watch it first, please.
Yes. But I'm glad that you asked us that, and I'm glad that you came in at the time that we're actually not really spoiling that much. We're just speculating on what the next season could be and what it could mean. But yeah, man, go on ahead, check out the review later on after you get done binging the rest of the episodes, because you're missing out a huge chunk of it.
It's a good show. It's a good ending for sure. I would agree.
But I'm thinking that it might have to be something major for them to go ahead and get the FBI involved.
I mean, it definitely feels big. This isn't small time for sure. I mean, this isn't just some like random group of people. No. So yeah, it's definitely something big. But I don't know, man. I like your cartel prediction though too, man. I really kind of like that. I kind of like the cartel prediction. I think that's a possibility for sure.
But is he making enough noise for the cartel to do something?
Right. Right.
It depends on the business partnership that Bill has with other people too, because Bill also knows people.
Or will they play like the whole, like, he's doing, legal drugs and they're selling illegal drugs, so he's moving in on their business kind of,
Right.
That's maybe the angle they would play it if that was the case. But yeah,
Because that's kind of like the same angle that they had on Sons of Anarchy as well, where basically they were into guns, and then they got involved with the cartel, who's into doing like cocaine deals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and with gun trades and stuff. So it could go that way too.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, oh man, this is interesting. This is so interesting. It's so fucking good. I
There's
can't
just
wait
so
for
different.
season 3.
But dude, there's just so many different layers and ways that they can go with it. But I'm excited to find out later on what we have.
If he becomes governor of Tulsa, I'm gonna lose my mind, dude.
I really don't want them to go that route, because then it's like Yellowstone. But
I know,
but because I really don't want them to do that.
It would be so great if he became mayor of Tulsa.
But I'll tell you what, I am enjoying Landman though right now on Paramount Plus too.
I haven't watched that. Landman?
Yeah, it's really good. It's got
okay.
It's a really good TV series. I watched the first 2 episodes. As a matter of fact, I know one of the actors that's inside the show. He's going to be on the 3rd episode of Landman. But yeah, but Landman has Billy Bob Thornton in it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend watching Landman. And it has 2 episodes right now. I
still got to watch the Dune series. I haven't even watched that yet. I got to watch
Dune is good. We did a review on Dune, like the first episode of the TV series too.
I love the movies. I just haven't watched the show yet. I got to watch the first episode.
But yeah, guys, that's everything as far as Tulsa King season 2. We know this is a spoiler review. Sam, I'm glad that you commented in the comment section.
Hope we didn't spoil too much for you, man. Hope you weren't in there too long.
But going ahead, subscribe to the channel and stuff like that. Give us a thumbs up. Tell us what you think. What is some of your speculations as far as what you think is going to happen in season 3? Go on Spotify on the audio podcast and stuff like that too, because you'll be able to comment back and forth with me as well for over there. Or if you go on ahead, email me at movieloversunite@gmail.com. But yeah, that's going to be it as far as this goes. Come and join Rossi and I tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, as we talk about the documentary movie Chasing Amy, Chasing Amy, which is a documentary about chasing Amy. So,
is it about chasing Amy?
Yeah, chasing Amy. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it as far as this goes. Thank you so much in the comments section. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everybody that's been watching. And always until next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Here.